Now we'll look at tracks. Now I can just select a track. There's one there, there's one here. I can also hold down Shift and select tracks. And now they're in focus. But if I pull down the view, I'm only going to pull down the view of one track that way. And if I just want to see one track, I'll select this track and it will stop the focusing on several tracks at once. As we select each channel, you'll notice here on extreme left, we have our inspector. And so we can see the region inspector and we can see the track inspector right here. We see this track here. This is guitar chop. That's the track there, and it's the inspector for that track. Now here in the region inspector here, it shows you the region. So for example, I have this part selected, its region, and it's 40 selected. So there are 40 different regions within this one channel track right there. If I select the guitar delayed, we'll see 28 different regions. Now if I move my cursor here into a blank area within anywhere within this grid, nothing selected here, right? So I'm going to go right back here. I'm going to select one region here. And now we see this region. And we see the information about that one region right there. If I select this region here, now we see the information about this region, which appears here. But it's not on this track. See? This is the acoustic guitar. Got that? But that's not the acoustic guitar track, so be aware of that. So if I want to be in a region, I'll select the region right here. I want to make sure it's in that track, and I know this region belongs to that track, and it's selected for that purpose. So we have region. And also, if I have a video that's tied to my track, that section of the video, wherever I'm at here, based on my playback head, will show up here in the video window for the inspector for movie. Now below that we have group. So I've already grouped these tracks up. We'll go over that later on as we group up tracks and mixing. But currently, you'll see this here as a group because this is part of my inspector. So when I select the track, the inspector fills up with all information about that track and that channel, which is really good actually. Now below that we have our track here. And we have the different processors that are happening here. These are real-time processing going on with this track. You'll see we have a pedal board, an amp, we have this side delay, we have this S1 delay rather, we have this compressor, we have a tape delay, we have a single sample delay here, we have a gain. And that's all for this one track. And we also have these two faders you can see right here. So this is the left channel and the right channel. So my left channel here is for the delay, the guitar delay. And you'll see here as I move this fader up and down that this button for the volume right here within the channel, which is my volume button, moves as well. We also have a pan, so I can pan from left to right. Now here we also have the solo and we have the mute. Now if I pull down here a little more, you'll see right here that we also have that same panning directly on the channel itself too as well. So I've got this one track right here, right? This is this channel right here. Well, adjacent to that channel is my master output. Now, you'll always see that. If I click on any one of these tracks, I'm going to click on the nylon guitar right here. And you notice the guitar is there right here, but the master output is adjacent to that one. I'm going to go here to the piano. And this master is here always. It's a kind of a cool way to have the master track next to that other track. Because you may want to listen back and you may want to raise levels and see how the level of that track corresponds to everything else. So I can click here and say, oh, I can bring it down or bring it up, and I can see how it is compared to my overall master. So the master is here, and we have the mute and the solo for the master as well. So when the inspector comes up, we can see the track or channel selected in our overall main window, and we also get our master output. So here is my inspector, and I can close it. It's a little eye right here, right above it in my control bar. See it says inspector? Now I click that button, and now no more inspector. This can be done pretty easily too from your keyboard. Just select the I button, and you can open and you can close that window. Now, what's on top here is our control bar, of course, obviously. And next to the I button, we have our library. So here, let's say I have this acoustic guitar. I might want to change it. I have my library. I have access. I can click right here to this vocoder. And here we go. We have a library. So the library is there too as well, right there next to it, right? And here on the extreme right-hand side, we have our browser button. So here, I can see the browser, the Apple loops. We can see our notes and our event list right here. And list editors are right here. And they will appear on the right-hand side of our window. So I'll click here for this browser, and you'll see here we can see files. We can see all files. And these are files on our hard drive where we can see. We can see media. If I bring a movie in or bring some other audio in, I can do that. Or go to movies and bring those in. I can go to projects. And here in projects, I will see the audio files for that project. And now we're in the specific project that's open right now. I can also close that window, hit that button again. I can go to here and open up Apple Loops. Now you might be familiar with Apple Loops from GarageBand. And here we have a bunch of audio and MIDI files that we can use and reuse and edit that are right here in the software. See, we have scale, we have signature. Right here, we have different time signatures. Here we have scale, minor, major, neither, good for both. So we have a really great way to actually bring in files right out of Apple's library. Now here we have notes. I can have notes on any one track. Let's say I select the track right here. I can make notes about the session or the file. Let's close notes out. And here we have our editor. So here we have this is the events editor right here. We have our marker, so I can have the intro, verse, chorus, the bridge, this goes here, this is the outro. You can label them, mark them off right here and set them up. We also have tempo. I may have different tempos going on. Particularly if I'm doing a movie or doing a commercial, I may have a certain tempo for the beginning and a certain tempo at the end. You never know. I may have speed up or slow down. It's all marked off here. And we have time signature as well. So it's a really cool way to run around the track and get all the events and know what's what and where it's at. And this is our editor list.